Nice bacteria, which are they, will they do me wholesome, and how do I get several? To discover out, I took the extraordinary, and quite ugly, move of donating my POO to scientific. Microbes dwell on, and in, all of us, and they, though outnumber our own humane cells. But their favorite place, and wherever they dwell in unbelievable numbers, is our alimentary framework. Thou re not precisely ordinary, but thou re not way off the diagram each, its CEO, Professor Tim Spector, tells me. The bacteria in my chair were investigated not in a Microsoft, but in strong toolkit to identification them by their gene coding. It showed I was lacking entire groups of bacteria. One region of anxiety was my firmicutes, as I had less rather than some human beings. They're usually the ones how include yours advantageous microbes in it, offering thou ve got less than general variety rather than the ordinary man, Professor Spector said me. This less than variety you include, the less than wholesome yours innards. He's not a nice item. A more profound trawl net unsecured I had top levels of accurmentia, that is usually seen in human beings who are rely and wholesome. But I was as well harboring such related in inflammatory. Down there is increasing concern in insight the public health ensuing consequences of the microbiome. Are poor bacteria or too few of the nice ones challenging illness? Professor Spector argues the microbiome is the largest essential, breathtaking item in medical present, and how variety, possessing as broad a band of various kind as probable, is core. Researchers Eric Alm and Lawrence David include several of the largest investigated microbiomes on the earth. They consumable a year analysis 548 of their chair samples of production. Lawrence David, an aide prof at the Grand Duke Center for Genome and Computing Biological, told dietary had the largest impact on the microbiome, and one item was particularly efficient. He says, of the guideline sets of molecules how human beings are receive agitated on include to do in seedling, particularly fiber, keys which at low several bacteria in the gut loving to take. He says factory fiber is potential to gain largest human beings as microbiome, although he admits the research has fair done him sense more than those guilty on the meal he food. I yet eat hamburgers and chick nuggets, he confides. Fiber is a prebiotic, provided gas for the microbes how are in our alimentary framework. But Dr. Gender Pin, who I met at the College of Tube, is worried we're not representing quite new microbes in our bodies. He said me, an terrible lot of which we eat now are foods during tins or in an terrible lot of shelf life, and they include a length shelf life just since down there are really few, or not all, microbes during them. His box is fermented foods how bacteria include lost to city on up you eat them. Fermented foods involve so known favorites, such as cottage cheese and yogurt, but as well the breast milk sip yogurt, a tea named kombucha, and specific white cabbage dishes, such as sour cabbage or the Korean kimchi. Dr. Pin says largest human beings should be thought of addition fermented foods to their dietary as the microbes in them assist gauge the immunity framework. Fiber and fermented foods are a nice guideline of big toe, but down there is no warranty they will job for all. All's microbiome is distinctive, so the impressive biological they are performance in the gut varies of one man to the following. Eric Alm, of Series Faeces Monitoring Popularity and the company director of the Center for Microbiome Computer Science and Therapy at MIT, argues diet consultation will include to be more than personalized in the next. He says, a item how we're training is, relying on the microbiome, various human beings may requirement to absorb various diets in procedure to get the identical impact. He has investigated which various human beings' microbiomes do in various diet fibers. Widely, fibers are break downward in chemical substances named brief circuit fat acids. They can be engrossed by the intestines and include effects through the flesh. It is one of the ways the microbiome is mined to impact our public health. Professor Alm's job showed several human beings' microbiome was really nice at manufacturing brief circuit fat acids of a diet fiber named pectin, that is found in apples and oranges. Some human beings' necessary inulin, found in leeks, asparagus and onions, to do the identical brief circuit fat acids. Professor Alm says, thou can think annexed wherever if you necessary to growth the levels of butyrate, a kind of brief circuit fat acidity, manufacture in the innards, that several human beings believe might be profitable for diseases love incendiary intestine illness, you might succession yours microbiome at first. Later drawing out which kind are down there, later get a prebiotic or diet fiber addition how match the microbes you include to make butyrate. Illustrations, Katie Horwich.